Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I'm your host Ray.
And I'm Evy.
And Evy, what are we looking at today?
Mortal Kombat Battle of the Realms.
That's right.
Cartoon.
So, top question: is this a sequel or a prequel? Where is this place in this movie?
After the second one.
You're right. There's only two cartoons, so this is the sequel to the first one, which was Scorpion's Revenge.
Right.
Do you like that movie a little bit better, more? Which one do you like more? This one?
I do.
Yeah,
I do actually. Yeah.
Now, do you think do you need to watch the first one to understand the second one, or could you think you could go see this one by itself?
I think that you could see it by itself, to be honest with me, or I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Special effects were good.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good picture for a second movie.
Mm-hmm. When you say special effects, what do you mean specifically? Like, what is it? What do you mean by special effect? Like, what is it? Are you saying?
Well, by special effects, I mean all of the finish him things, where they go finish him, or they just beat them up, right? And then choke them, which was that happened a lot. I was surprised.
This movie starts off with a kind of like a throwback to the past. We're seeing a child being abducted or the parents being killed off. Spoiler, it's Liu Kang's origin. We see a bit of that. Whereas I think with the first one was more about Scorpion's place in the tournament. We're seeing what happens to Scorpion after the fact, like after the first tournament, like what happened to him. We talk about the Elder Gods, and we learn about Shinnok and Quan Chi and all these different names that you may not know about or maybe not have heard of. I mean, for you never played the game. So for those who are unfamiliar or untested with the game system or the rules of everything, this is a good way to just get you an idea. And you're right. I don't think you have to see the first movie because they kind of tell you where you are in this movie. So you kind of get an idea. Did you like, I mean, you've got like Joel McHale as a voice for Johnny Cage, and he's naturally like a comedic guy from Community. Did you like the comedy that when that was there?
Yeah, there was comedy there, which kind of made it, saved it for me. It was good that way. So, it was a fairly good movie.
And or vice versa? Are there parts that just doesn't gel at all to you?
Well, all I know that it's just fighting and with the cartoons, a lot of the, well, at least half of the people die. So it was okay.
The one question I have, and that's just maybe me thinking about it too much, is that a lot of major characters die in this movie. And there's no callback to it. I mean, there's a certain character, a very large character, who relinquishes their power. We'll say that. Halfway.
Yeah.
And this person, something happens to this person, and there's no callback to it. So like you don't. I mean, there's no. You're not. It's weird because there's no. I don't know if we want to call it resolution. I mean, there's a resolution, but like. Where do we stand? Like where do we go from here? Like what's next? So it'd be interesting if they do a sequel to this. Who's left standing? Like where are the characters placed? How much power does the chosen one have at this point? Is Mortal Kombat officially dead? Because certain people, not all the bad guys die, and not all the good guys die. And it was this, because this is supposed to be the final battle. Like this is the battle for the realms. So this is it. This is the one that ends all fights. Do you think this was? Do you think this was a good conclusion? Like, do you think this was like the satisfied a proper ending in your opinion?
They were saying that there would be another Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
oh, really?
Or so they said at the very end.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Oh, well, okay. Well, in that case, that'll be another decade or generation. So that's another like 30, 40 years down the road. So hopefully they'll be retired. There'll be a whole new batch.
Yeah.
Because they've like in the story of the first one, peace and prosperity has ruled the land. So they can rest for the next little bit. Right. This is sort of good.
Cool.
And like us, we'll rest until the next one. So that ends our Wick Wednesday. This is kind of our action kind of thriller episode. We'll be back on Friday with a brand new show. I am Ray.
I'm Evy.
We'll talk to you later. Take care.